Well, hey there, guys and gals, and all my pals. Welcome back here to Outfits Garage, where everything's an outfit. I'm going to tell you, it's been cold the last few days. Starting to warm up a little bit, but we're going to have a little cold spell. And coming Sunday night's supposed to be a low of 13, 14, 15, next 2 or 3 nights after that. But that's just part of it here in Arkansas. But I got this old furnace going. I got heat blowing in here, making it a little bit more comfortable. Let me show you what we got built the other night. Got that light right in y'all's eyes right there again. We got us a bolt being built the other night, and I'm steady going back and forth to the bolt store and getting bolts, putting in here to what we mainly use. And yeah, notice we ain't got a whole lot of 1-inch. We don't use many 1-inch, but I don't know. I may change everything over and go with 3/4 on that end, and then come down this way. But it starts out with 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, you know, that way. There's no millimeters here. It's all standard. So anyway, we've got some assortments here going on, and yeah, I've got to get a few more bolts, but it's going to be all right. I haven't got those 1/4 inches in here yet because I had to put some silicone in that crack right there. There's a little bit too much of a gap, so I put some silicone in it to seal that gap up, and I'll come out here tomorrow or sometime, drop that in. If you notice, we got some bearings here. I am trying to do a thing here. Yeah, trying to do a thing. And doing a little bit at a time. I've got the pistons and rods at the BB cylinder head. They're working them over for me. And this block, Rick at BB cylinder head, worked it over for me. The cylinders was good in it, good enough for what I'm doing. And but he decked the block. He square decked it. He got one side was like 13 thousandths off from the other side, and he's got them true to the crank line now. So I think he said he had to take 4 thousandths or 5 off of one side and 13 thousandths off the other side or something. I don't. Anyway, he knows what he's talking about. But anyway, he got new cam bearings in here, new freeze plugs, and this thing's ready to go. Got my crankshaft right over here. I'm going to wash that up, but I'm waiting on my rear seal. I ordered a good Felpro rear seal for it, and I haven't got that in yet. So, but I have got my bearings laid in. I got the bearings laid in these caps right here too. As you can see, we're using high performance 8 King racing bearings. Those are pretty good bearings. That's what we got in this motor here, and Matthew's run it for 2 or 3 years, and it's done really good. So, needless to say, we are fixing to be in the process of putting this motor together. Right over here, I'll get this light on. Y'all seen these heads a while back. That's the heads that's going on it. They are 487s. Yeah, they're not the best heads in the world to put on a race car, but the class we're running, this is the best head that we can get to put on it for the class. So in this modified here, we've got to run a limited motor, and we're limited on camshaft, we're limited on heads, limited on compression, all of that. We can't run a good piston in it. We got to run cheap pistons. All of that. So it's supposed to be an economical class, I guess you call it. So, but I'm trying to get the good parts in where it matters. So the bearings and all that. I do have a brand new set of pistons going in this. They are some cheap. I guess I don't know if they're cast or high protect. I don't know how the guy get them for me. So. But they are at BB cylinder head, and they're going to be loading them up on them rods. They're putting some good rod bolts in for me. So that's what we got going. And also, this block right here, I'm spinning y'all all the way around. That old block right there is the old block that I started out racing with. Just the block. Yeah, it's in pretty rough shape from sitting here and being dirty. But that's about all I've got left of that first Camaro race car that I had. And I'm going to build that motor back just like it was, or better. I've found a set of Dart Iron Eagle heads that's fresh from the machine shop. I thought about getting for it, and it won't be one of these motors. I don't see where I'd ever run it in one of these dirt cars. I can't afford to run the class that they would be in. But I can tell you, I'm just wanting to put that old motor back together. I do have, it was a 388. That's what it was. 60 over 350 with a 400 crank. I've got my crank, and I've also got Doug's crank that goes in his motor that's over here on another stand. We picked that up, so we've got two fresh cranks right here ready to go in the bag. Yeah, they're supposed to be standing up, but I didn't want to put them on the floor with as much rain as we've had here lately. This shop leaks through this wall. I need to get out here and do a ditch all along this wall to dig that water back, get the water to go around the shop instead of through it. So that's the reason why I've got them on that bench over there right now. But anyway, I'm gonna have that crank worked, and then I get my rods and pistons for this motor. Right now it's just a stock 400 rod set up to what I got, but what I'm probably going to do is do a probably just go ahead and bite the bullet and get me a set of 6-inch rods and a set of pistons. So and probably have this old motor, I might just go 5/7 rods, it'd be about as well, but go 5. Anyway, put it together for us a pretty hot street motor maybe. So I really don't know that I want to put that in a dirt car again. I'm going to put a pretty nice cam in it, so I don't know. We'll just have to see when time comes. So what we do with it. I'm going to build it as an open motor, so whatever we do with it, it'll be, I'm going to build the bottom end with good rod bolts and all of that. So no, it won't be a $20,000 motor like most of these guys are running. But if by some chance Matthew ever wanted to run an open motor class, a USRA deal or something, there's an extreme dirt series that's going to be running around. It would work in it, but it's just not going to have enough motor to run with some of them guys, because they've got the high dollar lightweight bottom end and all of that. This is not going to be that. This is going to be more of a hot rod street motor. So I do have several pairs of double humps. I've got a set of Vortex that I could put on it, but we're going to build them for Doug's motor. So Doug's motor will have the Vortex on it. It's going to be just a flat top 350 stock crank, stock rod, have some good bolts in it. Probably the Vortex heads. We've got an intake. It's up underneath all of this. You might can see it right down there. It's an air gap intake for vortex. So gonna put that on there with them vortex heads right there. They just need finished up, new valves put in them, and that motor and that torque converter, those headers. There's a cam right there, it's in a bag. Those will be, all of that will be going in this motor, and it'll be going in that S10 that he bought. So that's going to be one of our project motors that we're going to jump on just as soon as we get this one closer. We're going to start on that one, start thrashing on it. We'd like to say we've got our crank. I'm going to take another set of rods down there and get us another set of pistons, drop them off down there. No, it's not the Primo block. The core shift is off just a little, but for what we're doing, I mean, we're not going to be dirt tracking with it, so it'll run down the street or do a burnout or something of that nature. So, but anyhow, I've got another motor sitting right over there. It's 4-bolt main 350. That'll be going on the stand right after this one comes off. I've got a 327 crankshaft over here that I need to do something with, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that 327 crank, put in that motor right over there, and then order a set of 327 30 over pistons for that block. Take that block to BB and have them clean it up, deck it, square deck it, and that'll be another. That'll be a 320 large journal 327. So you might be saying, why would I want to do that? Well, I'll tell you, it's because I've got the crank on the shelf and I need to get it done. This 327 that was in this car, it's right here under this bag. Yeah, that's the old 327. It went down a drag strip at Sykeston, Missouri. Ran perfect, heads are fine, but I lost the cam in this thing. It messed the crankshaft up. So when I say messed the crankshaft, it messed the bearings up. So I'm going to pull that one apart and do a thorough cleaning on it, and take the crank and have it turned and get that crank fixed, and then we can put it back together as it is. So it's going to be a double hump 300 horse head 327 is what it is. Flat top pistons. Thing ran like a scalded dog. We put a solid lift cam in it with hydraulic lifters, and it ran fine. And it don't have enough valve spring for the cam, and we may pull that apart, order a good set of solid lifters and put in it. But I don't know that there's a need. I may change cam out, put a little milder cam in it. So, and then take that cam shaft and put in that 388. So we'll see. I don't know yet, but I got to get camshaft for this. Mr. Greer at Greer Racing Parts and Fuel said he has a camshaft down there that's for this class, and they run basically the same camshaft in this class as they do over at Plummerville, $2 Pistol Speedway in the pure stock class. So that's what we're looking at. So we're going to get that camshaft. I think I can get it for a little over $100. So lifters are $200. Genuine GM lifters. That's what Mr. Monty King is running over at KMS Racing Engines. He said that's all he puts in them, and he never has a failure. So that's some information for all you flat tappet guys. Go to GM Genuine Lifters, and they're in a blue box, and says GM on them. So General Motors. lifters for these motor. He said he's never had a failure with them. No matter what cam he put in it, he put them lifters in and it worked. So anyway, that's some information for you on the camshafts. It's modified. We're kind of on hold in it for a minute. Got to get a few more parts. So as soon as my seal comes in the rear of that, I'll be able to put the rear seal in, wash that crank up real good, oil my bearings, set my crankshaft in, torque my crank down, and be waiting on my rods and pistons, and go get my camshaft. Like I say, it's down at Greer's. I'll get it, slide it in there. I've got my head gaskets coming. They'll be here. I've got a set of valve cover, and the rest of the gaskets are over there. But my head gaskets, I had to order them. As soon as I get my rods and pistons in, I'll get those in there. I'll get the heads on it, and I guess spend the money and get them good lifters, drop them in there. We'll be just getting close. So anyway, I've got a good timing chain and gear. It's nearly brand new. It's a good Cloy's. It's the high dollar one that I think I paid $140 for it. So it's the better setup. So anyway, I'll get that, put it on it. Seal the front end up, seal the pan on it, drop my intake on it, and then we'll be getting close to setting it off in this car, getting some plumbing on it, some fuel to it, I'm putting a radiator in it, getting the electrical to it, and we'll be getting close to busting it off and make it smoke. So break that camshaft in. That's what I'm looking forward to. Get that thing in there and let it break in, and then we'll be trying to get the rest of it done. So anyway, when I go get to work on this, I want to try to hurry up and get it done. So I don't like leaving them set, and it's been setting all winter, all the end of last summer. It's been setting long enough. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna get on off of here. Been on here for 17, 18 minutes, kind of blabbing and jabbing and giving y'all an update. That's what we've been doing here at Outfits Garage. Like I say, been working on that, and believe it or not, I'm fixing to do some more carpenter work. This big shop is fixing to get smaller by, I don't know, 15 feet. I'm going to come in right beside the furnace right here, right beside that pipe. I'm probably going to take all that down. I don't need all that because we've got it blocked off down here. But put us a wall up right up below that rafter. Go right over there and put a wall up, and then we're going to put a ceiling over to there, and what that will do is that will seal up this, make us a room right here. We'll put us an air unit in that window. We've got gas over there. We're going to take that furnace out. We're going to put a infrared, little 3-burner infrared in there, and that'll be enough to heat that little room. And that's going to be our cold and hot room right here. We'll do something different right here. We'll clean all this up. A lot of this stuff will go on top of this room. When we get it done, it'll be storage, and we'll put tires and stuff on top of this room, and it'll clean a lot of this up over here because we don't have a place really to put all that right now. But when we get that done, that's going to get us a place to where we don't have to run this massive furnace over here. This thing over here eats us up. As you can see, how many burners are in there. that thing eats us up on gas bill. So I ain't even gonna tell you how much gas bill is in the wintertime when we out here run that thing a lot. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm gonna do this and put a little 3-burner infrared over there. That will heat that little room up, we'll insulate it, it'll be just fine. We're gonna get this motor done, we're gonna get Doug's done, we're gonna redo the 327, then we're gonna build that 388, then we'll build that 327 that's gonna be over there. And that big block that's sitting right there is a 455. Anybody out there need a 455 Olds? That's just the block. I've got the rest of the parts over there. I've got a fresh crank. Let's see. Yeah, I've got fresh crank. The heads are in the house, fresh, ready to bolt on, straight from the machine shop. Right there's all the pistons for it in there. There's the main caps all lined up. There's all the distributor and the balancer and valley pan, the rear pan, all kind of stuff. We've got parts and pieces for that all over right here. But and I think right over here is an intake for it. It's right there. So if anybody is needing or wanting an Oldsmobile 455, see right there's the valve covers. It says Oldsmobile. It's a 1976 model 455. That's the camshaft, but I would suggest getting a new one. It's a 76 model 455. If anybody out there is interested, give me a call. I've got the heads fresh, rebuilt, ready to bolt on it. The rest of it just needs finished up and cleaned up. Probably need to take that to the machine shop and have it vatted and washed up and whatever you need to do there. But give me a call or message me. You can message me on Outfits Garage Facebook page. Go on there and shoot me a message. If you're interested in that, we'll come up with a deal. And I know what I've got invested in this thing and what it costs to get a set of heads done. And other than that, we'll work out a deal. So, but it'd be a good little hot rod motor or a cruiser motor, whatever you want to do. 455 Olds, and I'd like to move that thing on down the road, get it out of my way. I don't have any plans putting it together unless I've got too many projects going here, and that motor's too much of an oddball from what I've got. So, I mean, wouldn't be too bad to figure out. I've got a buddy, Lynn Redmond, that's built 13 gazillion of them. I could call him and have him come over here and help me with it. He used to work on at the Oldsmobile dealership. He used to do all their engine overhauls when they come in there. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get all that cleaned up. It looks like a jumbled, bumbled mess, but we're starting to work on it. As you can see, that upper shelf, we cleaned it up, organized it a little better. There's a bunch of just stock camshafts, carburetors, valve covers sitting on top of boxes, and yeah, just a bunch of this and that. I think that's the crankshaft right there for that. Yeah, that's the crankshaft for the Oldsmobile. So anyway, it's been to the machine shop and back. So anyhow, rambled and bambled along enough. So I'm gonna get off of here and tell y'all to see us next time right here on Outfits Garage. Hit that like button, subscribe button, comment, let us know what you think about the channel. If you want that 455 Olds, let me know. Shoot a comment down here or go to Outfits Garage Facebook page. We'll see you there. But Russell here saying God bless you, Jesus loves you, and Outfits Garage is saying keep a hammer.